Guys, Bill Soriano here, and right now I want to do my weekly video for you, which is, of course, the weekly recap for the week beginning April 27th, I believe, 2025. Here we're in. Today is Sunday, May 4th. So this is the recap for last week. There wasn't a lot of action last week, but I'll show you what I did have, what I did see. And this is for my damn near 100% objective for our supply and demand trade plan, right? So again, before I start this video, let me just say I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not qualified to give you any financial advice. What I tell you in my videos is for educational purposes only. Forex is risky. You could lose all or part of your capital, and you should always trade any new strategy that I show you or any strategy that I show you on a demo account first to make sure it works for you, right? Uh, don't take my word for it. I show you the recap, but make sure that you're going to be able to do it and that it's going to give you the results that you want to have in your trading, right? So I want to get that out of the way. And I just want to say that um, first, I've made some videos today and also yesterday talking about how we moved from our trading platform. Our community moved from the platform we were with for over 8 years now to a new platform. So if you want to get information on that, let me know. I can send you the links to that video. But this new platform has a lot of new stuff, and it gives you access to everything that they have, not only just the Forex trading, but the e-commerce, the social media, the financial advice, the mindset, and also has a travel portal as well. So you get everything for one price in this new company. And again, the strategy that I come on here every week and teach you, the damn near 100% objective 4-hour supply and demand trade plan, is a free strategy. You don't need to spend any money to get access to this strategy, but keep in mind that it does take some time every day to mark up your charts, as I tell you all the time. And so, and it is a higher time frame strategy, so you don't get a whole lot of trades. So if you're somebody that doesn't have time to actually mark up the charts and all this stuff, you want something that's more done for you, then that's where you want to join this platform, this new platform that the community is with, called Jifu. That's where you're going to want to look at Jifu. And one of the really great things about Jifu is they have this tap to trade app where you download this app on your phone. The educators will send trade ideas to that app, similar to what the old platform had. But with this one, you're able to actually connect your broker to the app. And so if you like the trade idea and you want to take the trade, all you do is press one button, and that sends all the information right to your broker, puts you in that trade, tells the broker, what price you want to get in, where your stop loss is set, where your take profit is set, everything with one push of the button. So that's really cool. And this is for the people that want to be able to take more trades. Maybe you like to trade on the lower time frames, like the 15-minute, the 5-minute, even the 1 minute. Maybe you want to use the impulse scanner that we used with the old platform that's coming over to this platform. It'll be called something else, but it is coming over here, and the educators will be coming over with it. And so, if you want something that's more done for you, you don't want to have to learn a strategy. You'd like to just, be able to take trades with the push of the button, and that's where you want to join the community. So let me share my screen here and get started. Like I said, there wasn't a whole lot of action. So first trade I want to show you, and I had to piece this video together, so you might see a gap here, not sure, but with that first message that I just gave you about the new platform and all that stuff. But the trade that we have right now is in CADCHF. And if you look at my $100,000 demo account, again, there's a demo account, like I said, we're currently down $70, about $70. We're holding this trade over the weekend. With this trade, we could have taken this trade earlier, and we could have gotten we could have hit our take profit and been out of it. but I decided not to take it on the change of character, and I'll show you that here in a second. And so I waited for a second change of character on that 30-minute. And so we're still in this trade right now. We're holding it over the weekend. We did lose one trade this week. I'll show you that one. So we lost 1% on that one trade this week. For the last 30 days, we're still up about 2% on this trading account. So I've done replay here to take this back so I could show you how this trade set up. Again, we're on the 4-hour time frame, as you know. And so as price broke structure here, we got this 4-hour supply zone right here. Price is obviously trending down. The trend bias is bearish based on the moving averages. So if we just highlight this zone here, and then we wait for price to come back to it. Now what happens is price comes back, it invalidates the zone by closing above it. And you could see that several 4-hour candles did close above this zone. So that invalidates that zone, which means it can't, if we decide to take the trade, we can still take a trade, even though the zone has been invalidated, okay? But we can't use that for the stop loss, obviously. And so we would have to look at using these new highs that are made here, and maybe also taking into account any imbalances over here. So you can see this imbalance that exists right here on 4-hour time frame, which kind of takes you up to this level here. And I think what happens is price does actually move up to that level. But what we do is once our 4-hour area is hit, we drop down to the 1 hour and wait for that sell shift to occur, where that yellow moving average to 5 crosses and closes below the red, which is the 13. That's our first confirmation, okay? So as you can see, price does move higher, higher again, and then we get that first sell shift, right? Now, if we work off of this first sell shift, now we have to look over here, back to the 4-hour, just to see where that imbalance is at. That imbalance goes up to here, right? Price hasn't quite gotten up to there yet, so we can expect the price still to move a little bit higher here to fill this imbalance that exists between these two wicks here, right? So we got our sell shift. Now we drop to the 30-minute, look for that change of character. Well, we don't have a change of character. The indicator will give it to you, but sometimes the one that it gives you just doesn't look right. You know, maybe 5% of the time that could happen. And that's why we call this the damn near 100%, right? Objective trade plan, where there's no subjectivity involved, but there is a little bit. That's why it's the damn near 100% objective trade plan, 4-hour supply and demand trade plan. So we have no change of character yet. So let's go back to the 1 hour, because what happens is price eventually crosses back up, right? Okay, let me just see here on the 30-minute real fast. Okay, so there's still no change of character on the 30-minute as price now crosses back up. And what does it do? It kind of fills that imbalance. I'll show you that in a second. It does fill that imbalance on the 4-hour time frame that we were looking at. So let's see when we get a change of character here. So this is the subjective part of it here. So right here, the indicator gives us this first change of character on the 30-minute. And so, and you can see it paints us a supply zone on the 30-minute time frame, a refined supply zone, right? So the problem I had with this was, as price moved up, it did not make a new high. Okay, and so that's why, to me, this initial change of character wasn't really valid. Okay, but had I gone with that initial change of character, let's just show you what happens here. If you use this high to this low and we draw our fib, right? Okay, let me just shut this off for a second. Let's say we draw our fib like that. Okay, we go back to, well, we like to draw our fib on the 1 hour, but usually it's the same anyway, right? So I drew our fib from there, right down to here like that. Here's our 71 where we want to get into this trade, right? So on the 4 hour, right, we know that if we take this trade at the 71, that our stop loss is going to go at the beginning of this demand zone down here on the 4 hour. And then our take profit, again, we invalidated our 4 hour zone. So we're looking at that imbalance there. So that means we can use these highs now for our stop loss. Okay. And so if we do that, if we play this forward, we're going to see the price is going to come up, right? It's going to just hit that 71. You see how it goes up above the 71 there on this giant candle, which was probably a news candle. And then it shoots all the way down to here, giving us our 2% gain, right? Before it's going to move back up. Okay, so I didn't take this trade because, like I said, I didn't like that 30-minute change of character, right? That occurred right here. Okay, so let's remove the drawings here. And what I did like, though, was I liked this change of character that occurred right here. Okay, so let's just put a line here. So we don't get a new high, but because of this price action here, this change of character takes out all this structure here, which tells me it's a better change of character for me. Okay. So again, if I go back to the 1 hour, right? Now I would draw my fib from here down to here, right? I can go back to the 4 hour, right? And if I set up this trade now, this is the way I did it, right? I got my take profit down here, and I stuck my stop loss up above this here, right? Oh, I did this the wrong way, sorry. Set my stop loss above there, and of course my take profit is down here at the beginning of the next 4 hour demand zone. Okay, so this set up for a pretty good trade. I think I moved this up a little bit more. If we go here, we could see that I set this up as a 1 to 2.16. Okay, so what that means is that I actually moved this stop loss up to about there. So what I was doing was I just moved it up a little bit higher just to give myself more breathing room because, again, the 4 hour zone was violated. So I needed to give myself a little more breathing room. And so that's what I did. And then this trade obviously came up. It got us into the trade and then it went higher. We did not get stopped out of this trade. Again, this is a little bit higher than that. So you can see here on TradingView, that wick went up a little bit higher, but on my broker account, that wick did not get up to the stop loss area, and that's why we're still in that trade. So sometimes your wicks are going to look a little bit different on TradingView than they do on your broker. Okay, so that's why you always have to use your broker account to actually set this up, even though you do it in TradingView first. Okay, so that was that trade there. Another trade we were looking at was CADCHF. Okay, so I'm sorry, CADJPY. So CADJPY, we could see the price came up and hit this 4 hour zone right here, right? Let me just put a thing. Price action here was bearish. We could see prices below the 800 day, the 800 EMA on the 4 hour. The 50 has crossed the 200, but that's okay in this situation because price is moving back to our supply zone. Okay, so if we look at this on the 4 hour, we drop down to the 1 hour, we wait for that shift, which we get right here. Let's just move this line here. We get our sell shift right there. We drop down to the 30-minute. We get our change of character right here. See how the indicator paints that choke right there for us from this low right here. Now, again, in this situation, price did move higher, so I respected that low right there as a change of character. That didn't happen in CADCHF, so I stayed out of that until I got the later change of character. So maybe I wanted to explain that to you so you understand that, so I took a little more time on that CADCHF trade. So here, when you draw the fib again, going from this high right here down to this low here, right? We're looking to enter this trade at the 71. Our 4-hour zone is valid. It didn't get invalidated like in CADCHF, so we can use right up above there. And then, of course, if we go to the 4-hour, we see that our next demand zone is right here, right? Actually, right there, because this looks like a zone that we drew. So this is set up as 1 to 2.47 risk to reward trade. Again, we need to have what? At least a 1 to 2, right? If we don't have a 1 to 2, then we have the option to move our entry to the 78.6. Okay. In past videos, that was the 61.8 or the 71, but now we use the 71 or the 78.6. And if we still don't get a 1 to 2, then we can use a refined 30-minute or 1-hour supply zone to take this trade from, right? But in this case, we're good at the 71. Most trades will be good at the 71 for you. And so we're good at the 71 there. And it looks like price has already come up and hit that 71. So if we just continue playing this, right? So this trade here, we would have gotten in probably on this last candle here on Friday, right? That opened the last 4-hour candle. It opened right there at 1 o'clock. You can see that wick just hits it there. So we're probably in that trade. Now, of course, I didn't take that trade because I didn't have this set up. I'm not able to take all of the trades, but I still show you the trades that are good, right? Now we had an EURJPY trade here. This one, as you can see, this one came down and hit this demand zone here. Price was bullish, right? Let me just show you this one because this was another good trade that I missed that hit the 2% take profit here. Let's just do a quick replay here. Let's take this back probably to here. Okay, let's see if we can remove our drawings here. So we have, as price moves higher here, we get this demand zone right here, okay? And of course, we have a supply zone up here that we would use for our take profit. We also have another demand zone down below here that price can move down and hit, okay? Let's just highlight this zone real fast and let's play this. Forward. Now, what's very important there is see how price moves a little bit higher to take out this high. So we do get a close above this high here. This wick, we don't get a close above, but I was okay with using this supply zone here because price did move up and take out this high right over here. Had that not happened, I probably would not have liked this supply zone, even though the indicator did give it to me again. So price comes down, hits our zone. Let's drop down to the 1 hour. And now we need that buy shift, right? Since we're buying, we need a buy shift. Price moves lower. We get a buy shift there. Let's drop down to the 30-minute. See what happens here. We get this, gives us this, break of structure, which is also a change of character here. Okay. And so let's just put this back on the 4-hour here. And so we could see how second, guys, I have to go. Just show you how this on the 1 hour here, see how you got this initial buy shift here, but then it moved back down. Then you get a second one right here. When you go to the 30-minute, you just do get this change of character right here. This candle barely closes above it, but then this candle right here closes a little bit higher above that, as does the next one. So that gives us our change of character on the 30 minutes. So that's our second confirmation to take this trade. Again, if we draw our fib from there to there, this is our 4-hour zone here, right? Okay, so we drew our fib. Price came back, got us into this trade. See how price comes back, gets us into this trade here. And then let's go back to we have our fib drawn from here to here. Price comes back, gets us into the trade. Our zone is down here. Take profit would go up here. Stop loss would go down below here. And you can see the price shoots up and gets to our take profit, right? So that was EURJPY. That was a good winning trade from last week that I wasn't able to take. Again, CADCHF, the trade that we're currently in. We could have gotten a 2% gain on that one had we taken the earlier change of character on the 30-minute. We didn't. CADJPY is a trade that we would be in now. And then the trade that we lost was USDJPY, where we had our zone set here, and then price just blew right through it and stopped us out. So you are going to lose trades with this strategy, even if you follow it exactly. But the great thing is, because you're doing at least a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio, and that's the minimum, you know, because we're doing that, then we're able to lose a significant amount of trades and still make money, right? With the 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio on every trade, right? On average, you're able to lose 2 out of 3 trades and still break even. So that's 33% win rate. So you only need about a 40% win rate to make money with this strategy if you're using the correct risk to reward ratio on all the trades. Now that's a 1-to-2 on average, but you know, you may be able to move that average up to 1 to 2.5 or even a 1-to-3. Okay, so again, this was a little bit choppy video here. I know, sorry about that, but that was the trades that went off last week. Two of them I was able to take. One of them lost, the USDJPY. I'm still in the CADCHF trade, even though had I taken that earlier change of character that the indicator gave me, I would have gotten a 2% gain on that. Okay. So again, any questions, guys? The strategies outlined here in my damn near 100% objective 4-hour supply and demand zone trade plan. Make sure you download that if you don't have it already. And again, I do have to update this trade plan now to give you the information on the new platform that we're with. Okay. So right now, as you can see here, we still have the IOVIA information here. So I have to change that on here. And again, If you're interested in joining our new platform, get with me and I'll send you the link so you can save $50 until May 12th. Have a great day, guys.